Okay, I just walked into Goodwill and I saw this, and I was like, no way. And someone apparently I was at this Goodwill yesterday, and this was not out. The price tag, if you see, the price tag is $3.99. Was put out yesterday. Says first thing in the morning. This is hollowware. It's extremely light, and there's the hallmarks. If this is sterling, this is a massive score. I might buy it anyway. $4 is definitely not worth walking away. I don't know why someone broke it, but I'm scrapping it anyway. It doesn't matter. I will follow up to see if this is actual sterling. And you can see the marks. There they are. It's going to be worth its weight in gold. LOL. Okay, I'm home from Goodwill. You can see that I've already dismantled this candelabra. It was already broken, so I have no problem further destroying it. I did test this piece right here and with 18 karat, but I'm going to test the inside of the base. Here's the base that was on the candelabra. Here's the bottom, the Goodwill sticker that you saw in the first part of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 18 karat, it's an old bottle, but 18 karat gold acid, and you can see right here, I scraped it because I wanted to get below in case there's any plate. See if I can do this. You can actually see, hold on, oh, well, there we go. I dropped some already on there. But you can see the marks right there. Those are the back side of the marks. I believe this might be Russian because it has an 85 mark on it. But now I'm going to drop right here. If this is plate, it's going to come up as bright green. Or if it's sterling, it's going to come up a blue hue, which we see. Possibly sometimes it will also come up a creamy color. So this is, I would say this is like halfway between creamy and light blue. So the final test of this candelabra will be me taking it to my metal buyer, and he will hit it with his precious metal gun. I don't know what they're called. All I know is I can't afford one because they run about 16 grand, and I don't buy enough precious metals to invest in that. But this turns out to be the start of a pretty good day. I'm going to weigh it and see what we come up with. Okay, so now I've got it on the scale. This is 14 ounces, troy ounces of sterling silver. The key thing when you get weighted pieces, you've got to pay attention to the weight. And so this plate right here, if I put this plate and this little rod, little tiny bit of cement with a rod in there, which I cut off, and I'm not even going to try to scrap that. I'm just not going to take the time. I'm going to give it to them and let them figure out what they want to do with it. This was 25 ounces with this on it. So it literally took 11 ounces out. It might have been 27 ounces, but it was a lot. So you can't get excited with this weighted stuff until you actually take all the weight out of it. But guys, I paid $4 and change. I rounded up for donation to $5. The scrap value I looked up based on today is around $496. So it is time to go to my scrap guy and flip a $5 bill into probably around, I don't know, $4.50, something like that, $4.20. And that'll be a start, or a good start to today. So always be on the lookout and look for those little hallmarks, and that's what tipped me. I'm going to take this off real quick because I just saw how bendable it was and how the person broke it. Thankfully, someone else broke it because I was able to see. And it's these little, there we go. It's those little marks right there. That is an 85, which I think might be Russian, and a little star. And because it was already damaged, I had no qualms about destroying it further, so I can flip my money today. Let's take this off. Let's weigh this. So that's 13 ounces. Take that, and yeah, we're at 13 and a half ounces. So 14 plus 13, 27. So that was it's half the weight. So you have to get rid of that the weighted stuff. So anyway, great start today. Thank you, Goodwill. Okay, one more short segment of this video. There's an example. This is the metal that was holding this lead plate, because I think this is lead because it's so bendable. But you can clearly see it's silver plate, and that's what the 18 karat gold does to it. The acid turns it green, clearly silver plate, so you throw it away and you move on. But just when you're out there looking, these are some helpful hints to turn 500 into 400, or to turn 500 into 400. Let's try turn $5 into 400. That's much better. All right, so what happened with the candelabra? I took it to my metal guy, and I have some good news to report. Apparently, it turned out to be Russian, and it was a really brand new, probably made within the past 10 years, just based on how the base of the candelabra was made. And he hit it with his XVR gun, I believe it is. It's a gun that tests the contents of the metals in any one object, and he was getting readings all over the place of like 85% to 92%, which would be sterling. He all over the place. So he just kept hitting it. He hit it with that gun in 6 or 7 places, and so he ended up paying me about 90% silver. He took a couple percent off because it was all over the place. But the cool thing is, I believe I rounded it up to $5, and I got $361 for the candelabra. So again, it doesn't happen every week, but you know, just look for those things. Like what caught my eye is when, and thankfully someone broke the arm off, and I don't know why they did that, which is wild to me, but they did. And I don't know what Goodwills and places like that in your area are, but people down here, if the box is like plastic, you can see through it, they'll still open it up, and they open up boxes all the time, rip them open. So someone decided to rip this thing wide, break it off. But that was to my advantage, because when I saw that it was hollow, it really made me pay attention, and I found those 2 little hallmarks, which the $5 gamble really paid off. So hey, $5 into $360 plus or minus, not a bad day at Goodwill. And so I hope you enjoyed the video with all the, showing you how to test the metals with 18 karat gold acid, and showing you what silver plate shows up, but also what sterling shows up, because that'll help you along the way too. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel called The Thrift Guy. And until we see you again, be safe and make today great.